A very happy morning to my cute little children. So here we are with class 5 subject English grammar and our chapter active and passive voice. Today's date 30th January 2021. So come on children, let's begin our class. Read the sentences given below. So चलो मेरे साथ read करो ये sentences. Rita stitched the dress. Okay, second one. The dress was stitched by Rita. Okay, second one. The boy repaired the cycle. Second, the cycle was repaired by the boy. The animals broke the fence. The fence was broken by the animals. So, आपको ये sentences से क्या समझ आ रहा है? Let's see. Each pair of sentences describes the same activities, right? Each pair of sentences. See. The animals broke the fence. The fence was broken by the animals. ये क्या है? ये दोनों pair है, right? They both are pair of sentences which describes the same activity. Now, the subject of the sentences in blue or the first sentences are Rita, boy and animal. Let's see. See children, here. The animals broke the fence. Here, the animals is my subject. Why it is my subject? Because the animals are performing action, right? The animals broke. What is broke? Broke is verb. So, the animals is my subject. Then, what we are having? See. The subject of the sentences in blue are this, okay? The subjects of the sentences in red are dress, cycle and fence. Okay, let's see and check whether it is correct or not. The fence was broken by the animals. So here children, the subject is the fence. यहाँ पर सब्जेक्ट क्या है? The fence. जो second sentences है उसमें. See. Now, the subjects of the sentences in blue are the doers of the action. The subject is active. The animals broke the fence. तो animals क्या है? Active है क्योंकि वो fence broke कर रहे हैं. तो subject क्या हुआ यहाँ पर? Active. But the subject of the sentences in red are receivers of the action. The fence was broken by the animals. So the fence क्या है? वो action receive कर रहे हैं. They are receivers of the action. And the subject is passive. When the subject of a sentence is the doer of the action, the verb used is in active voice. When the subject is in the receiver or recipient of the action. For example, यहाँ पर the fence was broken by the animal. वो action, the fence क्या था? वो action receive कर रहा था by animal. So the verb used is in passive voice. Now how to change voice? While changing the sentences into passive voice, we will keep the following points in mind. For request, हम request करते हैं ना? The action in the passive voice does not pass on to the object. It remains with the subject. Let's understand it with example. Please give me a pencil. Okay? ये active voice है. Passive voice में हम क्या करते हैं? We tell you are requested to give me a pencil. ये बन गया passive voice. ठीक है? You आता यहाँ पर हम ऐड करते हैं you. You are requested to give me a pencil. Then for commands, हम commands देते हैं. Let is used in the passive voice. Active voice क्या है? Keep the book. Passive voice, let the book be kept by you. Okay, so remember, for commands we use let. Let the book be kept by you. For questions, the passive voice in questions will also be in question form. Are my words encouraging for you? This is active voice. Passive voice, are you being encouraged by my words? Now what we have to remember here? There are certain points to be remembered. When we change a sentence from active voice to passive voice, we make few changes. The object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. The verb changes into be plus past participle form of the verb. The meaning of the sentence does not change. Very very important. हमें meaning change नहीं करना है. The subject in the passive voice becomes by plus the doer of the action. The tense does not change in passive voice. Example, the mouse disturbed the dog. ठीक है? The mouse disturbed the dog. This is active voice, correct? Now, in first sentence, the mouse was the subject. ठीक है? The mouse was the subject, so we will go one by one. See. The subject in the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So let's see the first point. Okay, the object in the active voice. So the object here is the dog. Okay, the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So here the dog became subject. See, यहाँ पे नीचे ब्रैकेट में लिखा है ना subject. तो ये बन गया subject in passive voice. Second, the verb changes into be plus past participle form of the verb. यहाँ पर हमारा verb क्या है? Disturbed. अब disturb को हमने कैसे change किया? Was, see, be plus past participle form of the verb. हमने यहाँ पे was क्यों add किया? Because disturbed. It is past tense. So, was disturbed. Then, third point, the meaning of the sentence does not change. Meaning change नहीं होता है. The mouse disturbed the dog और the dog was disturbed by the mouse. दोनों का मतलब same है. Then, the subject in the passive voice becomes by plus the doer of the action. See, by plus the doer of the action. Who is the doer of the action? The mouse. कौन disturb कर रहा है यहाँ पे? Mouse disturb कर रहा है. The tense does not change in passive voice. Disturbed. Okay, disturbed. It is past tense. Was disturbed. This is also past tense. Now, active voice, passive voice. See, disturb, simple present tense is disturbed. Simple present tense. Be plus past participle form of the verb. Is disturbing, is being disturbed. Disturbed, was disturbed. Was disturbing, was being disturbed. So, this all are the points which you have to keep in mind. Okay, and now we are having exercise time. Put an A against the sentences that are in active voice and a P against those in the passive voice. The man drove the car. What is it? It is active or passive? The man क्या है? Subject है और वो active है. वो action कर रहा है, right? So here it is A. क्या आएगा यहाँ पर? A आएगा. active. Then B. Fill in the blanks to complete the sentences. Then write whether they are in the active or passive voice. The boy dashed the glass. So in bracket we are having was cleaned, was decorated, broke, placed, bought, opened, was thrown. So what will come? Broke. The boy broke the glass. And it is also active because here the subject is the boy and the subject is active. Then C and D. Change the following sentences into passive voice. I will do the first one. The boys are flying kites. So I will reverse. Kites are being flown by the boys. D. Change the following into active voice. So all this you will do on your own. We saw lots of examples. We understand everything very clearly. So children, for today this was it. Study very well. Be happy. Keep smiling. May God bless you, my kids.